Hello there, I'm Garry Foster and welcome to episode 19 of What Price Victory. And today is the opening game of the 2022-23 season, and we're at home to the Central Coast Mariners. Just having a quick recap of what's happened so far. If we go to our schedule, you will recall there in the previous episode the Wanderers were knocked out of the Asian Champions League in the second round, but hopefully this season they'll go on to bigger and better things. So the Champions League, just confirmation there that we were beaten 2-0 by Beijing, which was a little bit disappointing, but we played with a relatively weak team because of player turnover and the newcomers weren't available for registration in that competition. In the FFA Cup, because of the vagaries of this season's draw, you can see there that the Wanderers actually went on to win the FFA Cup, which was a back-to-back achievement, which was pretty impressive. I didn't record these videos simply because the timing of it was such that it was played during the friendly campaign or the pre-season, and it was about a month earlier than the draw last year. But still in all, it was a good performance when I did take it seriously and played some first team squad in these games. As you can see, we had a good win over Western Pride and Kapalaba, both Queensland Premier League teams. We then had an epic 3-2 win over Melbourne Victory in the quarter-final, with Bernie Obini coming to the rescue and in extra time, and that was after my new signing Kun Temenuskov. He also came to the party as well with a late equaliser to force it into extra time. That set up a semi-final clash against Melbourne City, and we won 1-0. With a Bernie Obini penalty, which was a little bit disappointing because XG and all the numbers indicated that we would have played better than what we did, and we should have won it quite more comfortably. And the semi-final crowd of 11,000 seems a little bit innocuous. I mean, I don't believe that for a second. That set up a Western Sydney derby game against Macarthur FC. Bernie Obini with another penalty, and Sebodan Tedik with an injury time winner made for good viewing, so we were able to lift the trophy for the second time in 2 years. So we can just quickly watch those goals. So the first one was in the penalty spot, which was pretty regulation for a foul, and then, much to my chagrin, our defence was cut open. Adelaide pulled it back, and Tommy Urick from the crowd of players at the top of the goal box on the hour mark. And with time ticking away and me looking at extra time, Antonis had the ball and interchanged with Tarore, who put it through to Tedik, and he tucked it into the near post. So that was that was a fitting end, I think, because I think you can see from the XG and the numbers there, most of the numbers are in the Wanderers' favour. So it was certainly a game that we deserved to win. From the FFA Cup, we can go into the non-competitive games. These are pretty much regulation. I mean, there are a lot of pre-season games that they play, but they played them against local NPL sides, also a number of amateur sides, and a couple of junior sides there where you can see there's been some comprehensive wins. But the thing was that I played pretty much a highly rotated squad in those games, and we were able to comfortably win, with Ali Aguilar again reminding me of his goal-scoring heroics throughout the pre-season friendly, because he gave me a bit of a reminder of his goal-scoring prowess during the Asian Cup. So that was so that brings us to today's game. So let's go and meet the squad for the game against the Mariners. Okay, so here we are for the game against the Mariners, the opening game of the season. No surprise, we've got Mejias in goal. We've got Traore, Kankar, Bagulio and Ugarkovic in defence. Metcalf and Bacchus is our midfield. And we're going with a slightly different formation this year with 3 attacking midfielders, Therese, Aziz and Najareen. And we've got Temenuskov up the pointy end of the ship. It's interesting to note that we've got a couple of players away on international duty, Bernie Obini and Bailey Wright, so they're not in the squad. Got our emergency keeper Rory Bryan on the bench with Wilmering, Caluccio, Ugla, Pelicanos, Clapham, who plays an interesting combination of positions, and Alex Murphy. So we'll submit that team and hopefully we'll rev the boys up. In the dressing room, we'll be assertive. We've had a pretty good pre-season, especially with winning the FFA Cup. Stick to the game plan and be patient. I don't like the other ones terribly much. There was a couple of negative reactions. We've got a tunnel interview that I'll pass off. And let's go. Okay, so Mariners are kicking off. Wanderers, I think, are the favourites. It's probably interesting to note that in the media prediction, Wanderers are the second favourite. At the beginning of the pre-season, we were the 4th favourites, but we've climbed up the ladder now, and we're sitting behind Melbourne City, I think it is, in the media's forecast for the winning the post-season regular. So early on the attack for the Mariners, but cleaned up by the Wanderers. So as I mentioned, going for a slightly more attacking formation with games that I'm expecting to dominate. The Mariners are down the not expected to. But there we have a good little chip that hits the bar. But the Mariners aren't expected to challenge for the semi-final position, so that's why I've gone for a slightly more attacking formation. So whether or not that pays off or not, it'll be in the lap of the FM gods. So Najareen, who loses the ball. So lots of black shirts behind the play, and a rather long pass back to the keeper. Thinking that defensively we're still not set up the way I would like. Bagulio has come in to plug the gap, or not so much plug the gap, but to improve the defensive options. And funnily enough, he was only signed as a fringe player. But Temenuskov on the ball, can he finish? No, he can't. Okay, not much in the way of action on the leaderboard there when you consider that we're halfway through the first half, so that will be time for a little bit of encouragement. So Aziz with the throw, Najareen, Aziz flat across the box, and Temenuskov with a shot that has been blocked, and it's been cleared by the Mariners' defence. Free kick to the Mariners. Did that just squeak past the upright? I think it did. think it did, so a little bit fortunate. As you can see, fitness levels are still okay. No one's playing poorly, but no one is ready to take the game by the scruff of the neck either. So maybe we can squeak another little encouragement in before the half-time break. A long searching ball has caught us out a little bit, but good stop. Good block there by Garkovic. Mariners with the corner. Defensively we should be pretty well set up. And did he just run that into touch then? Seemed a rather silly play. Okay, 3 minutes before half time. Chance for Wanderers with Metcalf, who are expecting a big season from Metcalf. Therese runs onto the ball. Bit of a gap. Can he square it up? He's going to go himself and he tucks it just wide. I thought he was going to square it up, and then I thought he nutmegged the keeper, and then he missed anyway. So golden opportunity just before half time. Okay, so XG would suggest that the Mariners aren't all that far behind us. Okay, so it's time to be assertive. Keeping you, it's a win. Okay, let's be a little bit cranky. So we need them to be a little bit better in front of goal. So Temenuskov and Therese and Nazarene, our attacking options. Aziz is playing in the central attacking midfield role. Normally he's either in centre midfield, or he can even play defensive midfielder. He's quite a versatile player. So Therese with the cross rather, and Nazarene lurking on the far post has 2 attempts charged down. So cleaned up by Garkovic. Bacchus, who's also played well, and I think he's got a call up to our under 18s or under 23s national team. Bacchus, so it's going to be interesting to see how he's going to front up as a local junior, just to see how much game time he'll get this year. Apparently we've got a golden generation of players coming through, so be good to see, and signing them on scholarship contracts. So Nazarene with a lot of green space in front of him, can he make the right option? Oh, he rides the tackle. Black shirts are up, low hard cross, but only half cleared by the Mariners' defence, and Metcalf, who had come up from the midfield, had a shot charged down. So Garkovic with the corner, cleared pretty easily by the Mariners' defence. Just a little bit more encouragement. There was an expectation that we would dominate this game, but we're not dominating it to the extent that I would like. So I'm starting to look at some movement on the bench. Bagulio and Garkovic playing the ball around. Nazarene gets behind the defence, and I'll know cross, and there's Temenuskov with the opening goal. Okay, patience was a virtue. That Nazarene deputising well for Bernie while he's away on international duties. So the ball from Garkovic. Mariners defence were ball watching and didn't see the run behind. Still makes it a little bit easier, but there's a in-swinging corner, so I might be looking at the defensive end or midfield. Midfield seems to be going okay, but Having said that, Bacchus has just picked up a booking. Those options that I've got are pretty poor. Didn't really think that through, did I? But I have Pelikanos coming on, and Bacchus shoots wide. He must have known I was after him. And Nazarene, who's played well, but I'll bring on Orglar as a wide attacking option. So Metcalf, Teresa and Aziz with the long ball, Timanuskov and Bacchus, and Nazarene gets behind his player again. Nazarene squares it up to Bacchus, who's come up from midfield, but his shot was blocked. It's cleared by the Wanderers defence. Got chance to build it up again. Nazarene works a little bit of space here, and once again stops and props, don't lose the ball. Garkovic launches it in. Metcalf with a header from 12 metres out in a 45-degree angle. There wasn't much hope of him getting that. Maybe a little bit more encouragement. Oh, and all the boys have reacted poorly. Frustrated by the feedback, poor pets. So, once again, no one's playing poorly. Aziz on the ball. Finds a bit of room, hopefully. You can always play it back. There we go. Garkovic, although you've dwelled on it, so you can play it back. Pelikanos, square to Kankar. Ooh, no. Orglar not on the same page. Possession-wise, we seem to be dominating possession as well, so I'm a little bit concerned that we're only 1-0 up, but we've only got 5 minutes probably at the max to go. So patient build-up, which is what I want. And a little channel ball through there, and Metcalf, oh, there we go, Timanuskov. Ball not cleared by the Mariners defence, a little bit of indecision, and Timanuskov was Johnny on the spot. So Bacchus, channel ball, I thought that, yeah, there was a channel ball there. I thought Metcalf was going to run onto it, but Orglar had his shot blocked, and Timanuskov was Johnny on the spot. So that makes that makes the game pretty well banked now. The 3 points to the Wanderers with just time added on to go. So Garkovic with the corner, and easily dealt with by the Mariners. And played out a defence. As long as we don't do anything silly, guys. Teresa and Metcalf. Before Metcalf launches it long, Timanuskov, can he ride the tackle? He's on a hat trick. He's still got the ball, and he stings the hands of the Mariners keeper. Okay, should be around about the last play of the game. That long ball by Megias. Okay, picked up by Metcalf. Just knock it around, guys. Timanuskov on the ball. Teresa. Poor ball in. Was never going to find a black shirt. But defensively, we've seemed to cope pretty well. Come, guys, we can wind the clock down now. And there we have it. 2-0 to the Wanderers. Good effort. XG would suggest that we dominated proceedings in the second half, which is probably true. possession wise, we only shaded them 52-48, which I think is surprising, especially in the second half. Would show that we had much better play of the second half. So if we go into the dressing room, we can give them all a cuddle, and we can say nice work, that was good. Okay, so 2-0 win. Early days, there's still a couple of games to be played, but a 2-0 away win is a good start. We go into the schedule. We will have a look at probably play those three games offline. We've got Phoenix, Mariners again coming up, and Western United. We might come back for either Jets or the Phoenix. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, probably come back for the Jets game. So that's is what it is. So it's a good start to the campaign. When you have a look at the odds there, Western Sydney 11-4 behind Melbourne City. We had actually climbed above Melbourne Victory and Sydney. I think we were level with Sydney, but if you have a look at those odds, there seems to be the top three are pretty well all by themselves, and the rest will be there simply to make up the numbers. But also confirmation that Western Sydney Wanderers, along with Melbourne City and Adelaide United, are in the Asian Champions League. So the draws for that will be coming up in March, I think it is. No, February. So I'm Garry Foster. Thank you very much for watching What Price Victory, and we'll catch up with you soon. All the best now.